Welcome back to I Am Convinced One Day My Neighbors Will Kill Each Other.
Okay. Why is that?
Did you not hear them? One of them just yelling just now.
No.
It seems to be a recurring thing, or we start to record and then we stop because the neighbors are,
The yelling happens.
Yes.
Excellent.
The scary yelling begins. Anyway, we're back to the adventures of Bugs Bunny and Moyle.
Hell yeah.
And today, I guess we're still in the 1930s, and we're chasing these guys.
Because we're just hanging out in a bin.
Hanging out with the family, having ourselves a party.
That means that...
Just floating above the stairs there.
Oh, brilliant.
We had a right nightmare getting this on.
Go on, tell them about the TV, Jacob.
Well, they can enjoy Moyle first.
There you go. Moyle!
Yeah, so there was a situation where it's an old TV. It's not a CRT, but it's an old TV. And we do have a CRT, but we use that for stuff we capture with composite, like Sega Mega Drive and Nintendo 64. Whereas this is captured in, an approximation of high definition. Regardless, the TV we use is a bit buggy. So we switched it on and it started making a funny noise. I thought it was the PlayStation.
It was like...
It was making a disc whirring
so
kind of sound, but it was coming from the TV.
Yeah.
But I just thought, it's the echo, it's coming from the PlayStation. No, it was coming from the TV. And then suddenly a DVD started playing. A DVD of Family Guy, Season 5. Now, I'm not even a big Family Guy fan, right? So I don't even know what that was doing in there. It was just in the TV. It's one of those TVs with the DVD player in the side. You shove the disc in.
Yeah.
So I turned the whole thing off, because I couldn't. Press source on the remote. There's no remote.
We were like, we got some news for you, TV.
Yeah.
We got a fucking remote.
So I turned the whole thing off and unplugged it because I was like, right, its default state is to run off the input cables, not from the DVD player. So if I just shut the whole thing down and give it a few minutes, hopefully it's like internal memory will just reset, right? It didn't.
No.
I turned it on after like 30 seconds or so, and the first thing I hear is the whirring sound.
It's like,
and it came on DVD. Anyway, long story short, it I just fucked around.
It just fucking works.
Fucked around with the buttons on the side of the TV until eventually I got them to play ball. They don't work properly. They're not like something in the configuration is screwed up so that the buttons you press don't necessarily match what's written.
Excellent.
So there's quite a lot of guesswork involved.
It's pretty cool.
I know because you've had issues with the volume before.
Oh yeah.
Trying to turn it down and it starts going up and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's very strange. Your cursed TV,
Yeah.
but there you go. Sorry, I almost fell. A bit of an overreaction, you might say. So, Jacob, we live in a world where it's happened for quite a few consoles in a row now for PlayStation where they have literally no exclusives. And it's brilliant. Like, Shot Through the Heart and You're to Blame. The PS5 has no games. Like,
once it was the PS3.
Yeah.
The PS4 and now the PS5. Once upon a time, PlayStation had all the exclusives, the best exclusives. You couldn't get on anything else, hence the name exclusive. PS1, PS2 both had sensational exclusives on them, especially
Exactly.
PS1. Mm-hmm. But nowadays, I mean, this wasn't an exclusive, but there was no other console version, and the PC version's probably awful because it was in that era of gaming where PC games weren't necessarily good.
Yeah. Who's that? Oh, okay. So yeah, it's funny how Nintendo Switch are literally winning this console war at the moment.
Yeah, with
and
the weakest
by
console on the market.
fucking country mile because they have so
competition.
many exclusives, and it's just, I don't know, man. It kind of pisses me off. Not Nintendo, like they're fine, but it just pisses me off.
Well, they're not fine. They're wankers, but
they really are.
In this instance, they're fine. Yeah.
Have you seen all this stuff that's going on at the moment? Basically, they're doing all these cease and desists to all these mods in Gary's mod. They're like, get rid of it. They're like, we don't want any of it on Gary's mod, and they're like, okay, sure, we'll delete it, and then they're immediately re-uploading it anyway.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Nintendo don't really know how the internet works.
No,
I feel
very elderly, like Japanese businessmen.
And they're like, oh, no. Kids today don't want voice chat. They want a proprietary app to talk to each other. Yeah. That's what they want.
I was just picturing, in that one Avengers movie when everybody turns to dust.
Oh yeah.
That's just like the food on Shigeru Miyamoto's family's plates when someone downloads a game from 30 years ago that's
Which is
no longer available for purchase.
Exactly, yeah. Or if it is, it's obscene.
Yeah,
like
and there's
obscene
a lot of
price.
major corporations do this. And the BBC, for example, I wanted to watch the 100 Greatest Scary Moments, which is an old BBC documentary from about 2003, right?
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to watch it. I have it now. I managed to. Well, long story short, I got it illegally, right? But
Excellent.
but I didn't want to. I went onto Channel 4's like app for on demand.
Oh yeah.
And was like, oh, I'll just pay for it. And they were like, oh, sorry, this is not available.
So what?
And the reason I was annoyed at that is because it was taken off of YouTube due to a copyright claim by Channel 4.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, that's fair enough if you're upset that people watching it on YouTube is going to affect them watching it on your app. But it's not on your fucking app!
Yeah, that's like, what?
Like, so yeah, it was Channel 4, not the BBC. But BBC would probably pull that crap.
Yeah. So, I just almost fucked it up. So
I think the Shining was the winner.
Oh, what, the 100 Scariest Moments? What, just the film?
Yeah, in
its
general.
entirety?
Some of them were moments, and some of them were TV commercials, and
Oh, okay.
some of them were entire movies.
What am I supposed to do in this situation? Like, it's not spawning back. All I can do is just... Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went down a floor as well, because I fell through the fucking...
This has been an interesting thing about rediscovering some childhood favourites, is that some of them have aged very gracefully. Typically the 2D games, I think, that we've played have aged more gracefully than the 3D ones.
I mean, Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's it's aged well, but like it is...
It's hard to convince any new players to go back and play the original Resident Evil, I would find, because of how different it is to the newer ones.
Yeah.
Like, you've got remakes of all the other ones now, and 4 and 5, and like, well, not 5 so much. Mr. President! No, that's number 6.
That's 6, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Mr. President, don't make me do this.
So
Think about all those fun times we had together.
So
sabotaging your opponent whose daughter I rescued.
Remember all that fun we had defaming your opponent? All that shit we spread about him?
Don't make me shoot you, Mr. President. I know you're a zombie. I've encountered literally hundreds of them. But I think you can be reasoned with because we're friends for some reason. Fuck Resident Evil 6.
It's a bit of an oddball, isn't it, that one? I mean, I personally, again, haven't played it. I think all I've played of it is the demo, and that was a bit wank, you know?
I played it at, D-Mac, right? I was at his house. And I was staying at his place in London, and he had to go to work, right?
Yeah.
So he was working at the cinema at the time, so he had to work nights sometimes.
Oh, okay.
And he said to me, "Oh, you can have my I'll stick my Xbox on while I'm out."
Yeah.
He goes, "I'll stick." I was like, "You like, you're a Resident Evil fan. Or have you played Resident Evil 6?" Or no, I haven't. And he stuck it on for me, and I played it for a bit, sort of out of politeness because I hated it almost immediately. And the moment he was gone, I put BioShock Infinite on. Which was my first time playing BioShock Infinite, actually. That's why I remember my first time playing Resident Evil 6.
Good game.
It led me to play BioShock Infinite, which I later bought. In fact, I think I may have even...
Although, people go back these days and they look at BioShock Infinite and they hate it. People hate BioShock Infinite, like, these days because of, like, the beginning puzzle, which, is a bit shit. And just generally, they think the writing is horrible. And one of the characters, Daisy, I think her name is. I've forgotten her name now, but I think it's Daisy. Like, it's really, really poorly written. And I kind of agree. It's kind of misguided in places. But I still fucking love BioShock Infinite.
I like BioShock Infinite a lot. I think it's really good. And it's like, I agree. It's a bit overwritten and maybe borders on pretentious. But, like, who cares? It's fun. Yeah, it's a good game. Shooting around the sky, blowing up, airships. It's a fun time.
It is fun,
and it's got all the cool gimmicks from BioShock that you would expect. The Vigors instead of plasmids and stuff. I like it, and I thought it was a nice change of pace for the series because BioShock 2 was too much like the first one.
Yeah, I mean, BioShock 2 introduced obviously the dual wielding, be able to do plasmids and weapons at the same time, but it's a bit annoying.
Tell me a little bit about this boss fight.
All you got to do is jump away from him, and then he's going to throw a bomb. All right, between the platforms, so I can't actually get that one. That's fine, no problem. And then you just throw the bomb at him, and then he dies. You don't have to Oh, okay, maybe you do. You know what? I'm going to grab that bomb again. I'm going to grab that bomb again. I'm just gonna... There you go. Have that. Enjoy that. Oh, fuck! I want to jump off! Could have watched him just enjoy that bomb for a minute. Oh, well.
I'm just distracted.
Okay. Another golden carrot. What are we going to do with these golden carrots? I am unsure. Kind of sounds like a sex toy, doesn't it?
It does a little. I think Moyle explained them to us earlier. But I'll be damned if I remember what he said.
Collect them.
Yeah,
collect them in clocks.
Yeah, I mean, it was months ago. Right? I've been to bed since then. You know. What do you want from me? I don't even remember what I had for breakfast.
Beans, maybe.
I think I had beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I had? I had a cheese omelette with beans.
Excellent.
Hash browns and really plump, like plum tomatoes.
Oh, sounds delightful.
It was really good.
Ooh, would you like to see your progression? That's my impression of him. I am really bad at impressions. Oh, we're going to...
Would you like to suck my penis? What?
No! Yes, thank you, Moyle.
Yeah, but enough about our wishes to the genie.
No. We're not doing this again. We're not doing wishes with a fucking genie again. Got to come back there later to get more stuff. I don't think any of the other areas around here have unlocked yet. No. So that means we're going to another time period, Jacob. Like,
Excellente.
Let's get some more variety in this playthrough. Let's see, where are we going? Yeah. No.
You know what I say about variety? It's like cholesterol. It's basically a good thing, but too much of it will kill you.
Yeah, that's what they say about... Yeah.
Both of those things. They
Yeah.
say that. Oh, are we in the medieval?
We are. I'm just going to see what's that. Oh, is it
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Medieval times, and for some reason, I think the witch is the character around here. Oh, the character could be 99... Fuck off. Ugh. 37 golden carrots in this one. Oh my god.
Eat a dick.
Eat. There she is.
It's like, I think you should kill me first. I think this is, like, even for a witch, this is really inhumane.
He's alright, like, he's just chilling in the boiling water.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's going to get warmer, isn't it?
Ah.
I was thinking back the other day to our conversation on this playthrough about Harry Potter houses.
Oh yeah.
And red flags. And it got me thinking about what it is I don't like specifically about Harry Potter people.
Okay.
And I think, seeing that witch just reminded me, I think it's of course, that it's their entire personality.
Right.
And where that comes from is that it's the only book series they've ever read.
Right.
And I was trying to think of other examples of things like this. And what do I mean by that? Because people defend Harry Potter to me and they say... before I say what they say about this, I just want to point out how much prettier this map is than the last one. I like this one more.
Yeah, this one's nice, isn't it?
More bright and colourful.
How the fuck am I supposed to get this
I like the
carrot?
theming very much.
Damn it. I'm just going to try and suicide to get this carrot. Why not?
So people say to me, well, you shouldn't criticise Harry Potter too much because it got a whole generation of kids reading. I was like, yeah, it got them reading Harry Potter. Like, none of them read anything else.
Yeah, that's it. Like...
They're still 35 and being like, oh man, I'm such a Ravenclaw. It's like, no, like, read a real book now. You've had your introduction. You've had the sort of intellectual lubricant, and now it's time to
evolve and read something like, I don't know, Fall of the House of Usher. Let's go. You know.
I think that's in my bathroom. That book.
That's probably the reason why it popped into my head.
Into your brain.
Yeah.
That's one of my current bathroom books. You got to have a bathroom book.
Do you?
Yeah, always.
All right. Fair enough. Just in case.
Otherwise, Hank Schrader would have never found out.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Spoilers for a show that's been out for fucking ever now.
15, 20 years now, or something like that, yeah. 2008.
Yeah, good show,
This is alright now.
But I got to thinking about how Harry Potter is for people who don't actually like books. And I was thinking, are there other examples of that? And I thought, yeah, Marvel movies. Marvel movies are for people who don't go to the cinema.
Okay.
Like, you meet Marvel fans, right? It's like, oh, what was the last film you went to see at the cinema? And they'll be like, oh, like, Ant-Man.
Uh-huh.
All right, cool. Did you see Godzilla Minus One? Like, no.
No.
Did you see Dune 2? Like, no.
No.
So do you go to the cinema? So, well, I watch everything else on Netflix. Do you know what I mean?
It's like, oh,
people who like Harry Potter don't really like books. People who like Marvel don't like the cinema. And then, you know what the other one is?
What?
Eminem.
Oh. Okay.
People who listen to Eminem don't really like rap music.
All right.
It's like, and I'm not saying these are bad things. I'm not inherently saying that, like, I mean, I do think Harry Potter sucks, but the other ones, like Marvel and Eminem, like, they're not necessarily bad. Like, it's not bad art or whatever, but it isn't really a part of the genre that it is. It's sort of an outside thing for people who are not normally part of that. In the same way that Harry Potter is for people who don't really read books but want to read a book. Eminem's for like kids that don't actually like rap music but feel like they do. Like they're like this one guy. If your favorite rapper is Eminem, you don't listen to rap music. You just don't. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, I guess, yeah, maybe it feels like if you like Eminem, right? I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with Eminem at all.
Not at all.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Eminem, but only liking Eminem,
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
as in like
how many
rappers,
of his fans, when you say, oh, who's the greatest rapper of all time, they say Eminem like that. Like they don't even think about it.
It's like,
hang on, really? Eminem?
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
I don't know. It's a weird thought.
It's like MF Doom's right there, you know.
Yeah. I love MF Doom, such a meme, but I actually do genuinely like his music.
It's great.
Like, I know he's kind of, like I say, he's a bit of a meme.
Yeah.
But I think he's garnered more respect in recent years, obviously since he passed away, which is always the case, isn't it?
It does
rappers
seem
are all
to be
doomed to die relatively young. I was listening to it was just like a random concert on YouTube that came up, and yeah, I was just looking at people, and I was like, dead.
Next
artist
God, really?
was like, dead.
Wow.
I think it was like Alias, and then Idea immediately after was like dead.
How do I
dead?
I've forgotten how you sneak now.
And a bunch of other guys who weren't, but you know who weren't. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's all we've got time for this episode.
Oh, we've
yeah.
had so much fun.
Had so much fun, and we're not. I wasn't slagging anybody off, by the way. I'm just making a point. I realised it kind of sounded like I was gatekeeping a bit, but no. I think it's an interesting topic. So in the comment section, have you got any examples of those sorts of things? You know, TV shows that are made for people who don't like TV.
Doctor Who.
Books for people who don't like books. Rock bands or heavy metal bands who are people who don't like metal. Linkin Park.
Oh, I mean, come on, man.
I like Linkin Park. I think Hybrid Theory is an excellent album. It's one of the best. It's probably one of the best albums of its era.
Yeah.
But it's for people who aren't really into heavy metal. Or Slipknot. I'd say the same about as well. Who I like very much. But yeah, so that's just an example. So if you think of like a rock band or rap artist, films, TV shows, whatever, comic books that are for people who aren't normally into that. You could say like how Game of Thrones is for people who aren't really into fantasy. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. I think it could be fun. Let us know in the comments if you can think of any.
This guy doesn't die.
Maybe on the next episode we'll kill this guy.
Maybe.